Meta just released an absolute beast, Llama 3.1 405B, which is now officially the second best model in the world. This is absolutely crazy. An open source model can beat GPT-4, and I am still in shock. But that's not all. Meta has also released updated versions of Llama 3, 8B, and 70B. The Llama 3.1 8B model is twice as good as the Llama 2 70B model in some cases. I am just freaking out about how fast models are improving. This is just the beginning. Yet GPT-5, Llama 4, and Claude 3.5 Opus are to come. Just imagine the next iteration of models. You may ask why I'm so excited about Llama 3.1 models so much. It's because Llama 3.1 is open source, which means you can download the model and do whatever you want, unlike other closed source models. So in this video, I'm going to test Llama 405B's true power. I will run my tests with completely private data, which means these tests are not exposed to training data. First, look at these benchmark tests. In the MMLU benchmark, the Llama 405B model outperforms GPT-4 and Claude Sonnet and is neck and neck with GPT-4 Omni. In the human eval test, Llama beats GPT-4 and GPT-4 Omni but is slightly behind Claude Sonnet 3.5, which is not a surprise since Claude is definitely the best coding model currently available in the world. In the math benchmark, it outperforms all closed-source models. This is cool, but you know what's even cooler? Look at this. Llama 3, 8B, and 70B crush other open-source models. In the MMLU benchmark, Llama 3.1 8B scored 73 respectively, while Gemma 2 scored 72.3, and Mistral 7B scored 60.5. The 70B scored 86. In the coding benchmark, Llama is miles ahead of other models. In the human eval test, Llama 8B scored 72.6, beating Gemma and Mistral. Llama 70B scored 80.5, Mistral scored 75.6, and GPT 3.5 scored 68. I will link this page in my description if you want to see these benchmarks in more detail. One thing I want to make clear, don't believe benchmarks blindly. Use the models yourself and find out what works better. Recently, I saw that GPT-4 Omni Mini is the second best model, beating Claude Sonnet 3.5 on Chatbot Arena. I mean, no way. GPT-4 Omni Mini is a better model than Claude Sonnet. So, at the end of the day, there's no better way to test a model than by testing it yourself. Don't worry, I will test them for you. Now, let's talk about how you can access the Llama 3 405B model. Currently, if you are in the USA, you can access Llama 3 405B from Meta AI, or you can access it through Grok. For this video, I'm going to use Meta AI for inference. For the 8B and 70B models, you can run them locally with Llama. For this test, I'm going to use the 405B model. First, go to meta.ai and sign in with your Facebook account. After logging in, you will see this interface. Now we are going to test some coding tasks. Let's start with a simple challenge. Write a Python code that prints 1 to 100. Now Llama 3 is writing Python code for printing 1 to 100. It looks correct to me. Let's run it in my VS Code. I will paste this code here. Okay, it's working as expected. Now I'm going to write the classic snake game in Python. It should write without any errors. Let's copy the code and paste it into my VS Code. Let's run it. Wow, it's working perfectly. I can move the snake left and right, but the scoring system is missing. Although the written code worked, that's why I'm giving it a pass for this challenge. In the next challenge, we are going to test the model's math skills. I have some questions from the International Mathematical Olympiad 2024. I hope this data is not exposed to the training data set. Here is our first question. Which number is bigger, 9.9 or 9.11? Here is our answer. It's the wrong answer. We know 9.9 is bigger than 9.11. Even a 10-year-old child can answer this. I don't know why, but most models get this answer wrong. Okay, that's a fail. Now, I'm going to try a more advanced math problem. I have downloaded this PDF with IMO math questions and answers. So here is our question. The Intermediate Maths Challenge has 25 questions with the following scoring rules. 5 marks are awarded for each correct answer to questions 1 to 15. 6 marks are awarded for each correct answer to questions 16 to 25. Each incorrect answer to questions 16 to 20 loses 1 mark. Each incorrect answer to questions 21-25 loses 2 marks. Where no answer is given, 0 marks are scored. Fiona scored 80 marks in total. What possible answers are there for the number of questions Fiona answered correctly? The correct answer for this question ranges from 14 to 17. Meta gave me the answer, which is 17. It's correct, although there are other possible combinations. Since 17 is a valid answer, I'm giving it a pass. Now let's move on to the next question. An integer n less than 2024 is divisible by 39 times the sum of its digits. Find all possibilities for n. The answers are 351, 702, and 1053, and 1404. You can read the question by pausing the video. Let's copy this question and paste it here. Meta is doing the math step by step, reasoning through the problem. Here is Meta's answer. 2 of them are correct, but I don't think 117 is correct, so it's a fail. Now, I'm going to do some reasoning tests. Here's our first question. Pointing to a photograph of a boy, Suresh said, "He is the son of the only son of my mother." How is Suresh related to the boy? The correct answer is father. Let's see. Wow, Llama 3 nailed it. It correctly figured out the blood relation. I remember conducting a similar test on GPT-4 Omni and it failed miserably, but Llama 3.1 is just crushing it. Here's another question, this time testing Llama 3's directional intelligence. Let's see how well Meta figures out direction. You can pause the video and read the question. The answer for this question is southwest. Let's see Llama 3's answer. The correct answer is indeed southwest. Here's the explanation. The man walks 5 kilometers south to reach point A, turns right, and walks 3 kilometers to reach point B. He then turns left and walks 5 kilometers south to reach point C. Since he walked 5 kilometers south initially and then another 5 kilometers south, he is 10 kilometers south of the starting point. Additionally, he walked 3 kilometers west, so he is 3 kilometers west of the point, 10 kilometers south of the starting point. Therefore, he is in the southwest direction from the starting place. You can see this model is extremely intelligent, excelling not just in math, but also in reasoning. Currently, open source and closed source models are neck and neck. Now, you might ask, "PyMan, we know Llama 3.1 is good, but which one is the king?" Based on my personal testing, the ranking is number 1, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, number 2, Llama 3.1 405B, number 3, GPT-4 Omni. I'm not going to argue why GPT-4 Omni isn't number 1, despite what benchmarks show. I've told you before and am telling you now, I don't trust benchmark results. Benchmarks don't always reflect the real capabilities of a model. As you've seen, the Llama 3.1 405 model is excellent. I encourage you to give it a shot and let me know what you think of it. I don't want to make this video too long, so if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.